Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your person's top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but it's earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor was sicker than having hernias. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
This player props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Sit this player props, yeah. This player props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Moneyline, the predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. You join the disco, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time, just run us all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This one betting, we building up unity. This player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge, strategies, and all you need to help you eat your said this player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your person's top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but it's earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor was sicker than having hernias. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, over 18 plus at least, for fantasy states and 21 plus for betting states, get your 5-year-olds out of here. You guys have been seeing for the last 1.5 seasons, I think. So all last season, NFL Sundays, 11 a.m. All last season, we did a show called A Dollar and a Dream. This was all for the 2024 NFL season, and what it was is we tried to turn $1 into $100. We all agreed at the beginning of the show that we're agreeing that we're going to be lighting $1 on fire and that the plays aren't going to hit. And then this season, with our partnership with wannaparlay.online, we started doing, for the first 6 weeks anyway, a show called $2 in a Dream, because they have a contest on the wannaparlay.online app that is where you can literally turn $2 into $5,000. The reason that I was going with that concept or that branding is that I know that everybody that's not in the Discord, everybody that doesn't have the PlayerProps.ai app, they are very parlay only focused because that is what they are being taught by social media, by their friends and family, by their group chats. They're being taught that this is how you bet. And so I was like, well, if I lean into the parlays while I talk about creating this crazy awesome parlay, then I'm going to bring a lot of these people in. But thinking about it for a while and getting feedback from our premium members in Discord, which again, thank you for everybody that chimed in, is that it's not necessarily on brand with what we're doing. It was essentially trying to capture as many of the parlay only people as possible, get them into the spider web that is PlayerProps.ai, and then teach them from there how to bet properly. But it wasn't, after thinking about it for a while, it didn't necessarily make much sense. So I talked to you guys, our premium members in Discord. I was like, what are some concepts that make sense to change our new Sunday morning show into? And lo and behold, after brainstorming on it all week, we have this show, which is called 3 for the Money. Now, if you guys are familiar with sports betting terms, 2 for the Money is a popular term, and it was also a movie that came out in the late, I think it was like 2009 maybe, 2008. Actually, I don't remember, with Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey. It's a true story based on a capper called 2 for the Money. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I may actually watch it again now that I brought it up. But this is essentially tweaking that. Instead of 2 for money, it's 3 for the money. So this is how this show is going to work today and moving forward for the rest of the NFL season. So 3 for the money is particular to the number 3 because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to find 3 pick parlays, which if you pay attention to our 20-80-20 rule, these are 20% plays because there's go to the channel in Discord that says Bankroll Management. You see that the 80% are the 1 and 2 picks. Because these are 3 picks specifically, these are 20% plays. If you are betting more than 20% of your allowable 20% for the day, you are not listening to the guidelines. And if you lose, that is on you. The guidelines win. All you have to do is follow them. The amount of people that don't follow our guidelines and then complain that the app doesn't work blows my mind. All you got to do is follow the guidelines. If you follow the guidelines, it's a guarantee that you will lose less often. If you haven't done both of these yet, you can't get to the last part. You don't get to change around the math equation. The equal part, win more. That's what you want, right? Well, here's the math equation to win more. You got to get the app and you got to get in the Discord. If you just get in the Discord and don't get the app, then you broke the formula. If you get the app and don't get in the Discord, you broke the formula. You got to do both of them. So here is how the show works. We're going to be looking to build 3 pick parlays of a particular bet type or stat. So let me explain how that works. So let's just talk about player props, for example. Let's maybe find a 3 pick parlay of NFL passing yards today, or rushing yards, or maybe we'll even dip into anytime touchdowns, which should be a lot less of your 20% of your 20-80-20 rule. We can even go to money lines and spreads and totals. So we're not just going to focus. The previous show focused on turning $2 into $5,000. I think we did like 11, 12, 13 picks at some point. We're just going to be doing a bunch of 3s. So because they're 3s, because we're not alting, if they hit, they're plus money bets. So you're essentially going to get a plus money bet here, which means we don't have to hit all of them to profit. We actually don't even have to hit half of them to profit. But I have no preconceived notion of what I'm locking in. I asked you guys, as you see in the pinned message in the YouTube chat, drop your single favorite bet in. So when we do get to that stat for the 3 pick parlay, then I'll review like, okay, did anybody mention anything about passing yards? Did anybody say anything about receiving yards? Blah, blah, blah. And then we'll pull from that. So right now, if you haven't yet, in specifically the YouTube chat, if you're watching this on any other platform, pull up your YouTube app, search PlayerProps.ai, subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, and then hop in the same stream on YouTube. And that's where everybody's chatting right now. So with that being said, ladies and gents, we are going to focus on finding our first 3 pick parlay for receiving yards. This is what we always start with on our shows. We're going to start with the one that I like anyway, and I'm trying to remember, so remind me in the chat, in the YouTube chat, what was our Sunday Night Football one? I'm trying to remember. What did we lock in for Sunday Night Football? It was, what game was it? Oh, I don't even think we did a receiving yards one. Let me see here. What did we do? What did I say for the Sunday night show that I dropped? So Sunday Night Football show drops on Thursday. Oh, that's right. Because it was the 49ers, and they have a lot of people that were iffy, we recorded it on Friday instead. Yeah, wait, is it? No, it's Atlanta. No, Sunday night is Atlanta. Tonight is Atlanta and San Francisco 49ers. And I'm trying to remember what was... No, it can't be Laporta if Laporta's on the Lions and the Lions don't play tonight. Oh, yeah, Skylar got it. Skylar said, yeah, it was Penix Center passing touchdowns. So we'll start with that one then, because we already have one from the show. Good call out. I do a lot of shows and I look at a lot of things, and sometimes 24 hours after I do a show, I'm like, what did I say? What did I talk about? So the 3 that we're looking at, we're going to be doing a passing touchdowns 3 pick right now. Janelle said it. James, thank you for reminding me. So the first one we're doing is Penix under 1.5, which is a tonight one. The other 2, we're going to be looking for the day games. Of course, we're not looking at 9:30 because 9:30 had already started and it's already at halftime. I needed Kyron Williams. He's had 3 goal line carries and he's got 0 touchdowns. It's very frustrating. I would also like to see Trevor Lawrence get 2 passing touchdowns to Brian Thomas Jr. for my fantasy purposes, but we'll see what happens with that. Simply sorted by difference. Oh, let me pause real quick. Since we have so many of you in here watching, which thank you for watching the show that you guys voted on, there is something very special coming, and it's the biggest surprise, and I guess you can say the biggest change that we've ever dropped, ever. I'm not going to go into too much context, but when we first launched on March 28th of 2024, which was MLB opening day, we launched with version 1.0, and it only had player prop stuff, PlayerProps.ai, player props tools. Then, right before the NFL season started last season, we dropped version 2.0, which included the team stuff. We're talking about Moneyline's spreads, totals, all that stuff. We added all the team prediction tools. Not necessarily saying that we're going to be following that trend, but I will give you a golden nugget for everybody that decided to tune into the show right now. Version 3.0 is probably 3 weeks away. It is going to blow your freaking minds. Your minds will explode. It will ooze out your ears, out of your nose. 3.0 is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait for you to see it. It's going to change. I mean, the app already changes your life, but it's going to change. It's going to change your life in a new, different way. Been working very hard on it. We're about probably 2 or 3 weeks away. But it's going to be worth the wait. So yeah, it's been a while since we went from 1.0 to 2.0, but 2.0 to 3.0 is going to get crazy. I absolutely am frustrated by the Miami Dolphins. Dylan Gabriel, who I don't know if you guys know this, but I went to UCF. I went to the UCF game yesterday where we destroyed West Virginia, but Dylan Gabriel started his college career at UCF, and so I have seen him a lot prior to him going to the NFL in person. I know that he's capable of throwing a passing touchdown against the Dolphins. Whether they win or lose doesn't matter. He's going to throw a passing touchdown against the Dolphins. He's been targeting his tight ends a lot. David Njoku's out. Harold Fanon is a very good tight end. I know that because I also had him on my college football fantasy roster last year, and he scored in bunches. It helps you as well. Like when you see like Jackson Dart and you see Dylan Gabriel and you're like, oh, these guys are rookies, I don't know anything about them. Please try to get into college football. I know there's a million teams, but if you just try to get into it, you'll recognize a lot of names, and that will help you when they finally go into the NFL to figure out if you like them or not. So this here, I think, is going to be our second one. We're going to go Dylan Gabriel over 0.5 passing touchdowns. So we have Penix under 1.5. We have Dylan Gabriel over 0.5. We need one more. Wait. Chris, you said in the chat, Dak over 1.5. Metcalf, I believe, is back. Metcalf is on the Steelers and Dak is on the Cowboys, so I don't know if I understand that comment. I don't see anybody else dropping any other passing touchdown props they like, so we're going to find one more to pair with those two. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you meant to say, but Metcalf is not. I think you meant to say Pickens, the former Steeler guy. CeeDee Lamb. Is that what you're? I don't know what you meant to say. But CeeDee Lamb is projected to be back. Yeah, I think that's what you meant to say. So CeeDee Lamb is projected to be back. George Pickens has had more like receiving touchdowns and receiving yards than any NFL receiver. So, and then Jake Ferguson, I mean, he's always been an elite tight end, but he's like he's up in his game right now. Yeah. So I think that's what you meant to say. So for the Commanders, they do not have Scary Terry or Debo today. Their best receivers are Luke, Jalen, and Chris. This is going to, so I think before Debo got ruled out, it was like Washington minus 2.5. I haven't checked what the spread or the line is, but I can't fathom that with CD being back and their top two receivers being out, that Washington's favored anymore. The only concern I have here is that they go up early and they just run the ball for the second half. But, I mean, he's got 3-4-3, and we only need him to get 2 here. So, I mean, the AI likes it. Projection is 2.16. So they think he's going to get I mean, you can argue that this means he's getting more than 2. But yeah, we'll do that for the third one. Okay. So, for everybody tuning in, we're doing a series of 3-pick parlays. The first one that we just did for you guys right now is passing touchdowns. I will recap it for you for everybody that tuned in late. We're locking in our show play, which was Penix under 1.5. We're locking in Dylan Gabriel over 0.5. I cannot fathom that the Dolphins passing defense, which is essentially getting shredded. It seems like every game I watch, the passing defense in terms of like the rush is pretty good. We have a lot of elite players on the defensive line and linebackers, but the cornerbacks are so bad that I cannot fathom Dylan Gabriel getting through an entire game against the Dolphins in Cleveland without getting a single passing touchdown against the Dolphins. So again, the first 3-pick parlay we're locking in is Penix under 1.5, Gabriel over 0.5, and then this Dak one that was a call out in the YouTube chat over 1.5. So that being said, let's go to another stat. Let's do receiving yards, which is what we were going to start on originally, because that is, I believe, it's my favorite stat, not just because I like receiving yards. It's my favorite stat because I know that we've shown over the last 2 years that receiving yards seems to be the easiest thing for the AI to predict. So I'm going to go through the chat here. Who called out receiving yards props? Let's see. I had Joshua and Don early on say Quentin Johnson over 57.5 receiving yards. Let's look at him. Chargers against the Colts. Yeah, I mean, he's a trifecta play. The Colts in the last 3 games have allowed more yards than literally anybody else in the NFL. First in the last 3. They have allowed more yards than anyone else in the NFL. AI believes, and we actually get a better line. He was actually up at 60.5 on DraftKings earlier. Now his line's down to 58.5. Let's see what his best line is across all things. So Quentin Johnson's number 1. We're going to look at that for the over. Looks like Havoc also called out Quentin Johnson. PropMaster said Hunter Henry over 35.5 receiving yards. We'll look at that one next. I'm just going to look at Quentin Johnson here before we lock him in. What's his best line across all books? 57.5. Okay, so Quentin Johnson, 57.5. Now we're going to go back to the Patriots. We're going to see Hunter Henry here. So we're going to go to all. Where's New England? New England here. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a difference. The problem is that Tennessee, their pass defense has been really good. I mean, over the course of the season, 19th is not bad, but 24th is elite. They are not allowing a lot of passing yards, but I think it's because they're getting beat and the teams are running the ball and they don't need to pass against them. But the AI does like this, and he has a pretty sick accuracy of 64.3. Don't hate that. So let's just find his best line. So we said what? Quentin Johnson, 57.5. And now we're going to look at the best line for Hunter Henry in the Tennessee game. Patriots, Patriots, Patriots. Why can't I find you? My brain isn't working. There it is. Hunter Henry. Looks like DraftKings Fanatics have the best line at 35.5. So we have Quentin Johnson, 57.5. Hunter Henry, 35.5. We need one more to complete the trifecta for receiving yards. Let's see. Scrolling. What's the next receiving yard one that you guys called out in chat? Make sure you type your single favorite bet. Jared said Jordan Addison over 46.5 receiving yards is his favorite receiving yards prop. Jordan Addison? Let's see what the AI says about Jordan Addison. Is Carson Wentz still starting for Minnesota? I mean, he's not trash, but he's also somebody I don't trust. But we'll see. Okay, let's look at Jordan Addison. I mean, that's a super small smidge. So Philadelphia has had an elite pass defense this season. They've only allowed the 23rd most points. Minnesota is even better. I don't know if I target any receivers in this game whatsoever. This being 23rd and this being 31st. And also the fact that there's less than a 3-yard difference from his line to his projection. I can't say I'm in love with that one. Prop said Jerry Jeudy. Well, yeah, I'm definitely confident that the Browns are going to have their way. Jason, I don't really like 18.5 is just too small of a line. We're simply betting on Turpin getting a target if his line is 18.5, and I'd rather bet on him doing what he's going to do with his targets, not betting if he's going to get a target. I'm scrolling. I've got a Kelsey 38.5, Keenan Allen. I don't want to do two players on the Chargers, Sean. If we're only going to do 3, I want them to be on different teams. They could be same game, but I want different teams there. Michael said, what if the best odds are on different sports books? That's fine. It's essentially finding which sportsbook has the best, like 2 or 3. So definitely shop on all of them. Take a note, like, okay, this guy has the best DraftKings line, and FanDuel's the second best line. And then you look at another one, and it's FanDuel has the best, and DraftKings is the second best. And then the third person, let's say DraftKings is the best, and that's essentially the tiebreaker. So you would lock it in on DraftKings. So it's essentially which book collectively through all 3 picks has the best, more better lines. Does that make sense? Is that proper English? Daniel said DJ Moore. DJ Moore has made us a lot of money this season. I definitely want to look at him before finishing up receiving yards. What does the AI say about DJ? DJ, Chicago. I think we can find a better one than that. You said you like it because you think Jefferson's going to get doubled. Yeah, I just don't like the fact that both defenses are pretty good. Sean says Chris Moore over 38.5. We were just talking about this, about how the top 2 receivers for the Commanders are out. So Luke McCaffrey and Chris Moore are the top 2 receivers, which, man, if you have Jaden Daniels in fantasy, I would probably not start him. Washington has so Dallas is the worst team in the NFL in passing defense. They're first in total pass yards allowed. I don't even think Chris Moore's on here. Oh, he's on the bottom here. So, yeah, it looks like the sportsbook is favoring the under. The AI is favoring the under. You might think like, oh, all the other receivers are hurt and they have the worst pass defense. But I really would need something to be... If we're going to lock in one more receiving yards prop, I got to have everything clicking on all cylinders for that pick. Am I going to post in the code, Aaron? What do you mean post? What code are you talking about? I don't want to do Keenan Allen. I looked at Hunter Henry. Is there anybody? Luke McCaffrey, Sean? No, it's not. DJ Moore. Justin Jefferson under? Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not even gonna look at that. You're asking for trouble with that one. Mason Taylor under 40.5 receiving yards. Wait, Joshua. Wait. Hold on. Joshua just said the Dolphins benched Tua. Can anybody... Hold on. What? Hold on. Timeout. Hold on. I need you to show me where you saw that. I see no sources that say that. Where did you see that Tua's benched? I don't see it. You have to link that source in the chat. If you saw that, if it's from like CBS News or whatever, take the link and post in the chat. Oh, you read it wrong? Joshua, you are the devil. You are the devil, sir. I hate you for that. I was like, there's no way, man. There's no way. Chris, Jalen Coker over 24.5. Sorry, we got caught off guard because somebody gave me false news. I don't like how good the Jets' defense is against allowing passing yards. But, I mean, Coker does have a 32% difference. 33.3% accuracy. And I don't know. The Jets, they're weird. They haven't won a game, but, like, they have a lot of things going right except for the winning the game part. Okay, we need one more. So, remember, we're doing Quentin Johnson over 57.5. We're doing Hunter Henry. I believe it was, 35.5. And we're going to be locking in one more receiving yards prop here. We're just trying to find the best one. I'm just reading what you guys are typing in here. I think... Let me go back to Isaiah. We don't do alt lines. Jared said Tucker for Las Vegas over. I haven't looked at him yet. Yeah, it's hard. Like Ashton. So Kansas City has the 25th best defense, passing defense in the NFL, and 25th in the last 3 as well. Oh, my dog's going crazy downstairs. So I don't want to do that. Who's got like? There's so much red here. It's crazy. Let's see if we can find the highest percentage difference with somebody that's got green, and it's Turpin. People have already called out Turpin, but I don't want to touch that with CeeDee Lamb being back. We already have Quentin Johnson. I don't want to do another Chargers player, so I'm going to pass on that one. Somebody's got to be green here. Show me some gosh dang green. The Denver receivers. I wouldn't have guessed that. Troy Franklin. 32.5. Projections 37.6. His line's kind of been up and down all over the place. This is pretty ugly. Should we do something that's this ugly? You like Rashee Rice. We have to see how good he integrates with this new offense here. Okay, so... I don't like... Sutton only had 1 catch last week. I don't think I want to go Sutton over. But Franklin makes more sense. So let's look at this. So Giants defense, horrible pass defense. I don't think Sutton even is an over. No, he's an underplay. So let's go Troy Franklin here. Troy Franklin, and then we're going to find the best line for him. And that'll be our trifecta 3-pick for NFL receiving yards. Denver Broncos, Giants. His best line is on Fanatics at 30.5. So here is the recap for receiving yards. Quentin Johnson, 57.5. Hunter Henry, 35.5. And now we have Franklin of the Denver Broncos. The best line was, I already passed him. Where'd he go? 30.5. So that's our 3. So we have a passing yard trifecta. I'm using the trifecta as like a 3-pick. I shouldn't say trifecta because that means something else for us. We have a passing yard 3-pick. We now have a receiving yard 3-pick. Now I'm going to look real quick at the money line. I want to see if you can put a money. Oh, the teaser. If you guys did not watch the teaser video, which I just blasted an email to everybody as well as a reminder, definitely want to lock in the teaser video. So if you haven't done that yet, as soon as this ends, go to the teaser video. That's another 3-pick, and that's based on spreads. So we have 3-3-picks right now. We have passing touchdowns. We have receiving yards. Both of those we just built on the stream. And then we have the 6-point teaser, which is like plus 140. But we already have a show for that. Just to go back and watch the show. You have plenty of time. You have like 90 minutes before the 1 p.m. games kick off. So Moneyline. So we already do the spreads. That's the teaser thing. So we have 3-3-picks. So let's look at a Moneyline one here. So you want to if you don't know how to use this, please, for the love of all it's holy, click this button up here that teaches you how to use it. But you want to not only consider the difference, you want to consider the AI projection. So even though this is high, would you bet on a team that has a 51% chance to win? Not necessarily. And I don't really like the spread for this either, so I don't even know if I'm going to touch this game. Especially when you got people in chat lying to me about Tua getting benched. But when you have the team that is implied to win, also projected to win, and this is green, those are the money line picks I like the most. So that would be Carolina money line. That would be Philadelphia money line. And this is way too juicy at minus 345. So I don't like that. So there's only 2. So there's 2 today. Actually, let me see. Let me change the book here. Carolina, Green Bay. No, Green Bay's too juicy. Okay, so there's only 2 greens that are that the implied and projected side match. I mean, do we roll the dice and go Miami plus 126 for a crazy payout? I mean, our 3-pick we just did for passing touchdowns includes Dylan Gabriel. So if he misses that, chances are if he has 0 passing touchdowns, the Dolphins win. So you can look this as like kind of like a hedge scenario. Even though if the Dolphins are winning, he'll be passing more. So I think because we locked that in on the passing touchdowns, let's lock in. Let's just do these 3 green ones. That don't include super juicy minus 300 plus Green Bay line. So Dolphins money line, which is very sexy at a plus 126. Panthers, Philly. So that is our 3-pick trifecta for money lines. So we have 4 3-picks. We have a teaser. That's the video that dropped for you guys on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday we dropped our teaser video. So there's your 3 for that. Go back and watch it if you haven't yet. We just did a passing touchdown. We did a receiving yard. And then we just did a money line. I think I'm going to do... So what is that? Wait, we have receiving yard, passing touchdown, teaser, and money line. So we have 4. So I think I'm going to finish with 5. And all we need is... I mean, we probably... Depending on the odds, we can get 2 out of 5 and still profit. But we'll aim for 3 out of 5 profit. So I need 1 more. So in the chat right now, for the 6 million people that are watching this live, let me know for the final 3-pick what bet type or stat you want me to focus on. Can I like create a poll real quick? Is that something I can do here? I don't know if I can do that or not. I'm sure there's a way to create a poll in chat. I just haven't figured it out yet. So I'll just go by how many people say anything. So Chris just said anytime touchdown. 0 to 6% difference is 16 and 5. Is that the money line predictor, Joey? Chris just keeps voting anytime touchdown over and over again. Is that what we're doing? Are we finishing with the anytime touchdown one? Dread says rush. Keep voting in the chat. I'll give you guys another few seconds to type it in because I know there is a delay on when I say something and when you actually read it. Receptions, touchdown, pretty please, NHL. Joey, get out of here. I'm going to ban you from this chat room. Oh, that reminded me. So, you guys know that I've been trying to win $18.7 million in the NFL Survivor. Even though the video I dropped, which, yes, I punch myself in the face every day now. The video I dropped for this week, I recorded it before the Chicago Monday Night Football game. And I said, if they cover the spread, and especially if they upset Washington, I'm looking at Bears. They did all of that. And then I looked after the projections ran. The Bears had the worst rated money line out of anybody. And the other team I was considering was Steelers. And I looked into them a ton. And unfortunately, I made the horrible life-altering decision to run with the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. And because the Steelers have the absolute dumbest players in the NFL on defense, they know they're going to pass it to Jamar Chase. This man had 1,000 targets and 16 receptions, and they still could not guard Jamar Chase. It's not that they couldn't guard him. They weren't trying to guard him. Every player on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense needs to be fired. That was a winnable game for the Steelers, especially when they went up 31-30. All they had to do was stop them, and all they had to do is stop number one. You have 11 people on defense. You just need to stop one player. And guess what they did not do? They did not stop the one player. So there is no more Survivor. We have been eliminated. We're not winning $18.7 million. We're not buying a cruise for everybody to go on, unfortunately. But I've had a lot of people ask me in the YouTube comments and in Discord, Travis, because you are not in the Survivor anymore, because the Steelers have the worst defense on planet Earth, what's going to happen to Monday's content? Because typically on Mondays is when we do the Survivor show. This actually lined up perfectly. Unfortunately, I lost $18.7 million, but this lined up perfectly for the NBA season that starts on Tuesday. So Monday, now tomorrow, if you don't know, today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow, we're going to be dropping an NBA show, and then moving forward, Mondays are going to be NBA shows. But tomorrow's show is going to focus on Tuesday or whatever, and then every other Monday show is going to focus on Monday NBA. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. NBA starts on Tuesday. If you haven't upgraded your account yet, you're definitely going to regret it. I've pretty sure I've made you regret it already from how much money that the premium people have printed this year alone. And I show you that the tools work because we have won an insane 70+% of all of the YouTube NFL props have dropped. But some people out there just like to see their money burn. But if you're an NBA only bettor, well, guess what? NBA starts on Tuesday. Anywho, we already did this one, so let me go back. Let's see. Receptions, anytime touchdown, passing yards. Stop picking Bengals games. Yes, I will never pick for or against the Bengals ever again. Freaking Bengals. Green Bay, Philly. No, I was saying we don't do the... Oh, no, yeah, Green Bay was not the one we were going with. Did I say Green Bay when I read that? Yeah, Carolina, Miami, Philly. You're right. I don't know what I said, but those are the three. Not NHL on Mondays, NBA Mondays. Okay, so I had James said touchdowns, Janelle said touchdowns, said touchdowns, Chris said touchdowns. So I think anytime touchdown won. Please, for love of all that's holy, ladies and gentlemen, remember that this is something that is probably the least likely out of all of them that's going to hit. However, if the anytime touchdown parlay we're about to build does hit, I'm pretty sure, depending on what we lock in here, we only need this to hit to be profitable over the course of all of the picks we did for the show here. Josh Jacobs may not even be playing, so I'm definitely not going to look at Green Bay. So I've mentioned to you guys millions of times that I hate anytime touchdown picks that have a minus symbol next to it because the juice is never worth the squeeze. The opportunity for someone to get held out of the end zone, and if they get into the end zone, you only get paid out on minus 170. It's not worth it. So we're going to skip all of the minus ones, which we can actually do that in a filter now. We added an odds filter, so we can make it where you just drag it, and it's like, okay, get rid of all the negative ones. So the top one here is Cam. Cam is almost a trifecta. He missed out by 0.06 projection. He got 3 touchdowns last week. They're very... The offense now goes through him because Malik Neighbors is out for the season. Don't hate that. I feel like Kansas City is probably going to beat up on Las Vegas, so I don't know if I think Las Vegas will get into an area where Ashton could get a goal line carry or something like that. This one makes a lot of sense. So I know Cleveland has a pretty good rush defense, but he's really good because he's the fastest player in the NFL now that Tyreek Hill is out for the season. It was him. Tyreek Hill is number 1, and Devon is number 2, but now he's number 1 because Tyreek Hill's out for the season, possibly his career. This one makes sense to me. He's a touchdown machine, and I feel like with the Myles Garrett and the tough defense they have, he has the ability to do just go out for a dump off pass play and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown. So don't hate that either. Rico Dowdle, we don't know what's going to happen with Chuba. Pickens, this I kind of like because CD's back, and so that'll distract the defense from Pickens. Cleveland has too many running backs in the backfield, so I don't want to touch that. So I think, based on what I said here, I think what I want to do is I'm going to go Cam, Devon, Pickens. This is a plus 120, a plus 120, and a plus 170. So just for argument's sake, I will show you how much that pays out to let you know. No, Taylor, he's too juicy. Don't waste your money on minus anytime touchdown spreads. Jacksonville Jaguars are in the red zone on the. Oh no, not in the red zone, but they're on the Rams 30. I really need a touchdown pass to Brian Thomas Jr., please, and thank you. Or the anytime touchdowns we just said. Dolphins. I just want to see what the odds are of what we just said. Dolphins. Cam. And then the other one was Denver Pickens. What is this crap? Why is there nothing available? What? I want to see what the gosh dang spreads would be. Guess we're going to DraftKings looking at that one. Yeah, there's no props right now on FanDuel. No. Nope. 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 Yes. Giants. Cam. Yes. Colts. Chargers. No. Going to Packers. CD Pickens here. This is a 11x parlay. Yeah, if this hits and nothing else does, we still have profit today. Holy baloney. So let me just do that real quick. I'm just going to record that in my, hold on, I got to pull up my notepad here. So I can calculate like the profit we made from this show. I'm just going to record, okay, so we have, just give me a second here. Anytime touchdown we did Achan, Scatabo, Pickens. And even if it's not the best odds, I'm just recording it just for the sake of calculating the profit once all is said and done. Plus 1129. Okay, so now we're going to clear this. Let's calculate those money lines for our money line parlay. The Rams have the ball back? No, I hate you, Jags. Garbage team. Eagles, Dolphins. What was the third team? Eagles, Dolphins, Panthers. Oh, I'm pretty sure I said clear slip here. Okay. So money line was Philly, Philly, Carolina, Miami. That is a plus 638. Okay. Then we did the teaser, which I'm not going to remind you of that because if you haven't watched the video, you need to go back and watch the gosh dang video. But I know the teaser was a plus 140 because that's what they always are, typically the 6-point teasers. And then we did passing touchdowns. So those tuning in late, I'm recapping everything for you. Tonight's play of the day was Penix under 1.5. Then it was Dylan Gabriel over 0.5. And then we did Dak, which helps our anytime touchdown because if Dak's over 1.5, at least one of those are to Pickens, that hits both or helps hit both anyway. So we have anytime touchdown, we did a money line, we did a teaser, we did a passing touchdown. The last one was receiving yards. We did Hunter Henry 35.5. We did QJ 57.5. And then we did I'm having a brain fart. It was the Giants game. Broncos. Oh, Franklin. What was the line we had for Franklin? And go back to that. Best line for Franklin. Oop, what? What just happened here? 30.5. And those, we lock those in. Let's see what the payout for that would be. Oh, let me lock in the passing touchdown payout so I can see. Okay, let me do that real quick. Why are the Jags so bad? Horrible. Horrible team. Passing touchdowns, we'll do that first. Penix, no, we need the over and under. There we go. Under, and then we did Dak. And Dylan Gabriel. You want to make sure you go down here to the under over. That's the only way you can find the under for these things. Where's, oh, passing touchdowns. Under. Oh no, we did over, not under. Oopsie. And then it was Dak for the third one. I don't have access to DraftKings, so I'm just pulling this up just so we can get the odds for calculating later of how much money I made you guys for tuning in. Over, oh, I forgot to click on passing props. Dak, 1.5. Okay, so this is a plus 272 parlay. Okay, so we're going to clear that. Now we're going to do the last one, which was the receiving yards one. Let's calculate what that would be. Receiving yards over under Hunter Henry. It's not the 35.5, but again, we're just calculating odds at this point, ladies and gents. Quentin Johnson, Chargers, and Franklin. Now, DraftKings definitely does not have the best lines for these players, but again, we already know that. We're just calculating to calculate. Over under Franklin. Okay, so that's a plus. It's a 5x one there, so 587. So again, because these are 20% plays, and remember, the anytime touchdowns should be a whole lot less of your bankroll than the other ones that are already 20% plays. That oh, give me a second here. Okay, how am I getting spam in my gosh dang thing? You are late. You are late. After party. Took me a second to read what your name was. You don't get to tune in at 11:48 and go, what are the picks? The show is 11 a.m. If you don't set your alarm clock, you ain't trying hard enough. Stop not doing the free things and making excuses. Okay, so those are the 5 3-pick trifectas. All of them are plus money, of course. I think statistically, if we only hit the anytime touchdown parlay, we'll still be profitable if the other 4 miss. But I'll calculate that. So if okay, so let's say you're only doing these things for your 20%. I would say, because equally divided, that's 4% each. I would probably do 5%. 5% on 4 of them. No, 4%. No, I'd probably do I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to divide that. But definitely don't put equal amounts on all of them. Make sure that the anytime touchdown one has just a less of amount. But we'll do the math and everything once all of them hit and print a lot of money, and then we'll go from there. If you have any questions whatsoever, chances are the answers are in Discord. If you're not in Discord, I do know how to tell you that is your fault. Do you see at the top of the screen? I have a little math formula for you. If you haven't read it yet, let me do it for you here. Get our app plus get in our Discord equals win more. This is the math formula for you to win more. If you came here with the intention of winning more, and you're breaking this formula by not doing both of these, you're not going to win more. It's that simple. You can't just get our app and not get in our Discord. You can't just get in our Discord and not get our app. This is how it works. You get the app, you get in the Discord, you win more. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is do what the other people that are printing money every single day and dropping winning screenshots in the winning screenshots Discord channel every day are doing. Just do what they're doing. That doesn't mean copy and paste their picks. That means do what they're doing. How are they using the app? What are they looking at the app? How are they determining this player over that player or this prop over that or whatever? Just do what they're doing. If you do what they're doing, you'll have the same success as them. It's that simple. Ask questions, get in Discord. Stop making excuses for yourself. Good luck with everything that we're going to be doing today, ladies and gents. I'll see you in the Discord. And again, if you're not there, you will not win today. If you want to win today, you got to do the free stuff. Free app, free account, free Discord, free YouTube channel. The only person that does that many things for free for you is this guy talking to you right now. And imagine getting all those things for free and not utilizing all of them. It makes you look pretty silly. You don't want to look silly today? Do the free stuff. We will see you in the Discord